Hello everyone and welcome to round 4 of the URL-GT3 Championship live from Mugello. Let's jump right into the qualifying results. Qualifying was held in bone dry conditions, and once again Mikkel Korkiakowski put down a very dominant pole position, half a second in front of P2 Miguel Santiago Carou, with his teammate right behind him. These top 3 drivers were the only ones to break into the 147s, and we also want to mention our 2 new drivers here, Robert Horvath in P13, Damir Horvath in P16. Looking at the AM qualifying results, it was all very bunched up, but Fablo Bartolal took the pole position with just over 1/10 in front of Sando Donadel. Anze Hrast was the last one of the qualifiers. And the race will start in raining conditions. Mikkel gets away cleanly, but Miguel has fitted on rain tires and he has some superior traction going into turn 1. He will take P1 into the first turn. In the back it's also quite clean. We have Steen, Mikkel, Olsen in P4 now, followed by Peter Bakus, very close there, a small touch. So Ruan Joubert putting it up the inside. Very tricky conditions. Some drivers are on wets, others are on slick, dry tires. So, oh, we see Manuel Liguori going off there in the background. And unfortunately Steen punting off Ruan Joubert. He will slow down and let the field through until Ruan rejoins in front of him. So we can see the whole field here streaming past, very close to each other. All of them. Manuel Liguori is there, Alex Scott, Vladimir Jelisic. Oh, and he collides with Fablo Bartolal. Unfortunately, they will get back on the track very soon. So a battle in the AM Cup. Reinhard Berger in P3 is being hounded by Peter Bakus, and will he dare to go around the outside here in the fast left-hander in the rain. Yes, and the rain is still coming down a little bit, but the track is drying up. So the guys that went on to dry tires made the best choice at the moment. Here we are at the end of lap 1 with the standings on the left. So it's Mikkel Korkiakowski in second, then it's Tony Ukic, Reinhard Berger followed by Peter Bakus, and the whole field flashes by. Steen, Mikkel, Olsen here near the back, and Robert Horvath unfortunately didn't make it to the start of the race. A little wait here to see Sando Donadel coming by, followed by Vladimir Jelisic and Fablo Bartolal. So the battle in AM is wide open. Peter Bakus in P4 behind Reinhard Berger, and his teammate Tony Ukic right in front. Will Peter go around the outside? Yes, or at least almost. And behind we see Greg Metcalf battling with Michal Klisch as well. He goes by. Here is Greg. He got in front of his teammate in one of the opening laps, but Reinhard seems to be a little bit faster here. Maybe he has a different tire choice, but he will of course want to do a safe pass, and he goes around the outside. Greg let him by. After 5 laps, Miguel was still in front, but he was on wet tires and struggling, and he made a mistake. Here is Mikko. He's on dry tires, and he flashes past to claim his P1 position. Peter Bakus and Tony Ukic here for P3 and P4. They are battling it out, and it seems Peter Bakus in 4th has some superior pace, so he will want to get by Tony to get past the struggling Miguel as well, because his wet tires are certainly overheating in these well, drying conditions now. It's not raining anymore, as you can see. So Peter Bakus goes through with a very nice move. Now it's Reinhard Berger going for the outside line. And around the outside of Tony Ukic. So Tony fell back, lost the position to Peter Bakus, and now to Reinhard Berger. Greg Metcalf here in a battle with Michal Klisch and Steen Mikkel Olsen. Steen is on the dry tires, just as his teammate Mikko Korkiakowski, and he drives around the outside of Michal. He's on wet tires, I think, or at least he's struggling with the conditions. Track is still very much wet, but drying, and it helps the dry tires to get up to temperature. Steen will want to get past Greg as soon as possible to gain some valuable ground here on the rest of the top 5. Oh, and a very late move here. Greg struggles to keep it on the track, but well, hard but fair pass from Steen. And Michal goes off the track as well, so very tricky. Peter Bakus is also started on dry tires, while Miguel is struggling, but he's fighting for all he's worth. He wants to keep that second position as long as possible. Keep Peter behind, keep him up as long as possible, and that will only help him. Peter wants to drive around the outside, but he will have to wait for a little bit. Very close here, and very tricky with these different tire compounds. You never know how fast the other driver will be in the braking zone or in the corner. Peter will have to wait a couple of seconds as he makes a little mistake here. A couple of turns, but by the end of the same lap, he gets superior traction. Miguel has a little bit of a slide, and he gets superior traction out of the last turn. And he claims P2 when we're going over the line. Ferrari has some good straight line speed, but the McLaren has the inside line here for turn 1, so that shouldn't be a problem on the better tire at the moment. We don't know what the weather will do for the rest of the race, so we'll see how that pans out. In the AM Cup, it's Fablo Bartolal versus Sando Donadel for the first positions, and here is Sando making a mistake just together with Andrey Golubnichy. A couple of laps later, Fabio makes the same mistake and lets Sando through, and a couple of laps later again, Fabio Bartolal claims P8, so they are quite far up. Some good points for grabs for them. Going into the pit stop window, these are the standings. So Fabio Bartolal, Sando Donadel, Anze Hrast for the AM Cup, and Korkiakowski, Bakus and Berger is the top 3 for the Pro Cup. Alex Funnell here versus Evgeny Leonov. They have a battle for approximately the whole second stint, with mistakes, passing, repassing due to putting a wheel on the gravel. But here is Alex Funnell making a good pass here, and we see Mikko Korkiakowski. He's lapping these guys. Evgeny already let him through, and now Alex will move over as well. So Mikko, great consistency here on this track in these conditions. Very well done already to him, but it's not over yet, so you'll want to lose the minimum amount of time lapping cars in these tricky conditions. It's still damp, but not raining, so the dry tire is the tire to be on. Vladimir Jelisic and Manuel Liguori had the same battle as Evgeny and Alex Funnell, passing and repassing due to mistakes, but here it's Manlio coming out on top as well. Good pass here at the final sector of the lap. Here's Mikko Korkiakowski taking the last turn of this Mugello wet race, and very dominant performance, lapping up to P5 of the field, so very consistent, very clean, and very big congrats to Mikkel for this win in GT3 again. Peter Bakus made it into P2, followed by Reinhard Berger, so that didn't change after the pit stops. Tony Ukic as well could hold on to P4 with Greg Metcalf behind him. Then it was Yevgeny Leonov, so he came out in front of Alex Funnell, Miguel Santiago Carou in 7th, Damir Horvath first race in 9th, or in 8th, sorry, Alex Scott and his teammate Alex Funnell. And Alex Funnell had a bit of a problem, he hit the wall and he has a punctured tire, so Alex Scott will claim 9th position, while Alex Funnell will go for 10th. Michal Klisch will finish in 11th. He had a bit of drama in the tire choice. And then here, Fablo Bartolal in 13th, taking the win in the AM Cup, followed by Sando Donadel. And we see Anze Hrast spinning here at the last corner of the race. He's in P16. Some cars are still flashing by. Doesn't lose any positions in that. But Andrey Golubnichy was behind him. And this finish will be very, very close, as you will witness here. But Andrey will take P16. And this is the frustration of Anze. Taking P17, Vladimir Jelisic, Ruan Joubert and Robert Horvath didn't make it to the end, as well as Steen Mikkel Olsen. He had a connection problem, unfortunately. So that was it. Here are the race results. As I said, Mikko Korkiakowski, very dominant win, lapping up to P6, so not P5, with a very good fastest lap. And winning from pole actually, but it was not so easy. He had to really fight for it in the opening stages and then control it towards the end. Damir Horvath taking P8 in his first race in URL, which is a good result. Then as we saw, Fablo Bartolal, Sando Donadel in P1 and 2 for the AM Cup. They're also teammates, so good points for them. Anze Hrast in 17th in P3 for the AM Cup, and then it was Vladimir Jelisic. Of course, we want to congratulate all the drivers for surviving this wet race, and we will see you next week for the GT1 race, first URL race at the Essen circuit in the Netherlands. So stay tuned and join us at unitedracersleague.com.